we are back. We're going to continue Spelljammer, combat and exploration, page layouts, and artwork today. Give me a second here to check my signal, and we'll dive into this. Hold on real quick. Let's see if this is coming through okay. Check, check, check. Mic check. Let's see if this is coming through okay. Check, check, check. Mic check. Let's see if this is coming through okay. Check, check, check. Mic check. Let's see if this is coming through okay. Check, 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 check. Mic check. Let's see if this is coming through okay. Check, check, check. Mic check. All right, cool. That sounds good. Right on. Hey guys. So I'm just going to go through my spiel real quick, and then we'll get into it. My name is Phil. Hey. I create DM supplements. I create RPG supplements that I publish on a DMsGuild. There's a link down below. I focus my attention on 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons supplements. You can see a slew of my work down below. If you click on any of the books that are listed there, you can read all of the content at 100% free. You can read it all cover to cover. Check it out. There's maybe about 150 some odd illustrations between the different artwork that I have posted there. So if you like some of it, or if you're a D&D enthusiast in general and you like some of the ideas that we're putting out, I certainly would encourage you to purchase them to encourage me to make more of it. So otherwise, you can like, subscribe, hit the bell, so I can continue to accumulate more followers and hours of content launch so we can monetize this channel. So whenever I come on stream, I can get paid to do artwork, whether one buys any work or not. So that's the dream I think any artist would have, and I appreciate you helping me support my dreams as well. So we're going to dive back into producing some Spelljammer combat and exploration art here. So give me a second here to clean up my screen. And let's see, get this back in place here. There you go. Like, subscribe, bell icon, support the channel. I appreciate you guys being here today, and certainly be welcome to shout out at me. So here's the book cover that we created for this supplement. I think we created this back around around episode 15 to 20 something. We're going to come back and work on this again eventually. I'm not quite happy with the texture on these tentacles, but it's good enough for the moment. So, we've been focusing our attention on doing the layouts for this monster 97-page, 48,000 word document that we've produced over the past 7 months. Myself, Joseph Vargas, also known as Ukulele Bard, and Adam Hancock. We've gone through the process of building out these mechanics, editing them, and now we've got the edits back. We're in the process of building the page layouts as we have for the past few sessions. So we're going to continue pushing forward, and of course we were doing artwork on the pages that we'd finished. So right now what we're going to do is slide down through the work that we've done and get ourselves to the combat chapter. That's where we're going to start today. So we're going to work through here on page 11, and I have no idea how much progress we're going to make here, but we get into ship rules and all the individual actions that you can take in the various roles during a round of combat. And we'll push down through page 21. Page 22 is where weapons and crews start. We're gonna say that for another day. This is a 10-page assignment that we've given ourselves for now. And I don't necessarily know if I'm going to stay on that for the whole 2-hour block that we have today, but I am going to set a timer for every 20 minutes so that we can keep track of where we're at. I'm thinking we'll assess where we're at after an hour. And if we want to switch gears and do some artwork, then that's what we're going to do. So give me a second here to sit myself down, relax a little bit. So thanks for being here. Let's get into this. Okay, great. So the formatting that we have going on here in general is here's your chapter header, right? It's a 28 Merriweather Lights all cap font bolded that we're using here in the document. We're using a 10-point Roboto font for our spacing between all the wording. Let me slide this over here. Like that. Interesting. All right. And then so we go from a hierarchy of 28 as a chapter header, 24 for a major section header, 20 for a subheader section, down to 16. And we have options for both 14 and 12, depending, like that's a 20. And like these are all 12 because they're very specific information points. Like it scales down from 28 down to 12. And then the font itself for the body of the text is Roboto 10. But like these feet headers and stuff, these are Roboto 12. This would be, what is that, a 14? Nope, that's a 12 also. That's a Merriweather 12. So it looks different from this 12, right? Significantly. It's probably because of the small caps and the different type of font that we're using. So we have this visual language that we've developed over the course of the document. All the consistent backgrounds that we're using in these charts. And for the sidebars is a 200, 200, 200 DP, 200, 200, 200 RGB. Here, I'll show you real quick. On the 200. Weird. Hold on. Okay, keyboard works there. There we go. I was locked up here for a minute. That was weird. See, that's that 200 DPI that we're using here for the backgrounds and all of this stuff. So that's a consistent language that we have. So we're going to stick with that. Let's see. It feels good to be back on stream, guys. I've been enjoying time away with my gal for the past few days, and I do enjoy this work. All right, so here's a chapter header, right? 28, and then major section, 24, and then it starts to drop down further, 20, what was that, 16, 14, and you see again, bounces back up again to 20, because the maps and scale during combat is of equal rank in hierarchy to the range of combat that we're discussing. So first we're talking about distance and movement, and then we're talking about actually manipulating objects on a physical map or inside of a VTT space to make all the visualization of these distances that we're able to move through Spelljammer to be able to gamify those mechanics so that you can use them like normal 5-foot scale combat in a dungeon, except that we're just operating at immense scales. And then we're talking about here like a little sidebar, right? We'll build one of those little gray boxes, sidebar for mixing the maps and theater of the mind together. And then we'll be talking about, this is what is a 16? Yeah, this is a subsection, maintaining relative distance and pursuits. Is a subsection of maps and scaling. Like, how do you depict these things? Maintaining distance and pursuit. How do you depict that on the map while performing the game? And then we got pacing and pursuits, talking about the language that's involved with that. Opportunity tax as its own little subsection, and then we go into ship roles, and then we look at each of the individual roles, the action economy that's involved in a 5e round of combat, and the different roles that you can perform on board the ship, and then what each individual action is with each different piece of action economy that is then detailed further down into here. So that's basically our chart for the day. So the way that we do is we intermix between, and we can go back out here and take a look at this to see it. We mix between 1 and 2 column format, often breaking the line depending on where we're at. It's an artistic approach. It's a great, if you break up the continuity of your columns, and if you break up the space that the columns occupy, then you're giving your eye an opportunity to reset, rest, and reevaluate where it's at in the experience of studying and learning your content. So you make it easy on the eye by having lots of different visual cues, different formatting, different spacing, positioning, and breaking your own rules occasionally so that the eye is alert and attentive, and it becomes more of an enjoyable process of absorbing the information during the learning period, as it were. So in the past few sessions, we've been doing some basic artwork. We started doing graphs on well, you can see the previous streams too. I don't want to waste too much time looking at the stuff that we aren't working on yet, because we might get back to that stuff later on today. But the combat chapter here, you can see that this the title of a chapter breaks the 2-column format right out the gate. So we're going to be able to do that. Then everything else stays inside of this 2-column format until I run into another block or a section. Like the reason I went with Spelljamming ships crossing like this is because of how the actual page laid out. I could have dropped this into a single column here and pushed down the page, and that would have pushed these ship properties over here, and that would have broken up this air envelope section between here and the next page. And so I broke the 2-column format here specifically just so I could keep this information on one page, and so I could then have this information on one page. I like to be able to break up the ideas that we have in a book in general, break it up into small enough chunks that it can always fit on one page, ideally in one column or one block of text. But if ideally, at worst, we're going to have it all sit on the same page. Like the ship gravity planes here, you can see pushes across to the next column, but it's still within the same page. So that's consistency. That is a link. That is a tenet that we are attempting to maintain throughout the entire document. So I'm going to take a separate cup of coffee here. So let's look at what we have in the combat section so far. So we know this is going to be at the top of the line. So we're actually going to start the 2-column format here and push down the page. I'm just looking out for anything that may require us to stay across 2 columns, and this table here of ship rules is the first obvious point where we need to have one column. This table is huge. It goes across the entirety of the page. So we'll have 2 columns. We potentially have 2 columns up to here, drop back down into a single column format for the sake of this table, and then pick up 2-column format again for the rolls down until we get to weapons and crew. And that's a good point for us to reevaluate where are we at in the document, and do we want to break this again to refresh our point. Like every time you have something that goes across the full page, it's like a reset. It's like this is a complete new thought. We're shifting gears into a new subject matter, whether it's an entirely new chapter or a significant subsection of that chapter. We can go either way with it. So I'm going to check my volume here real quick just to see how we're doing. So I'm going to check my volume here. Yeah, it sounds really good. All right, we're doing great here, guys. So great. So we have that highlight already. Actually, this is breaking column here, so we should probably let's see if we go to ship rules. Let's see if we go to there. So let's get down into here. There we go. Actually, let's just break here. So we're gonna push up into the document here and stop short of combat. Let's go to here. Now let's see what happens if we go to design layout and columns equals 2. Bam. Okay, so this is where we're starting with, and we're already seeing that we're breaking 2 lines, so I'm not happy with that. I'm going to try this instead. Let's see if we can drop down underneath combat and movement and stay in that 2-column format. Let's see where else we're seeing that. Ship facing maneuver. I got a little zealous apparently with these titles. cause us trouble. So I am going to push down the document to the ship rules section and do another 2-column break to see how the rest of this section sits as 2 columns, right? So what I'll end up doing is taking ship roles and dropping it onto a separate page as the start of its own thought. And I suspect we should be able to accomplish that. So what I can do here is actually I can put in a page break here. So we start on ship roles. Marbles. There, ship roles on its own page, right? And fantastic. This table will easily fit on one. This isn't the table we're going to go with. We're going to build our own table. So, but we'll just go with this one for now. We obviously can see that it fits on one page, and that's fantastic. So let's look at how the rest of this stuff looks. Maintaining relative distance in pursuits. God, Phil, you and your titles, dude. Maintaining relative distance, pacing, pursuits. If we go with, I'm open to changing these titles. That is a very long title. Maps and scaling during combat, that breaks. I can probably, okay, let's go about maps and scaling. So I can do maps and combat scale. Let's see. Map scale during combat. Oh my god, that fits. Map scale during combat. See, these titles can be anything I want them to be. Is during? Let's find out. Do I title during capitalize? Is during capitalized in title? During, I think, it is a preposition, so I suspect the answer is yes. You need to capitalize during in a title. Therefore, we must. Okay, so even though during is a preposition, I was right. It is a preposition. It is longer. Oh, it's longer than 3 letters. That is an interesting rule. I did not know that. How cool is that? Okay. Let's hope for the best, right? Fuck. Of course. Combat can be conducted at the 500, 50, and 5-foot scale simultaneously. Maintaining relative distance, that's what we're working on. So let's see. Map scale. In combat. It's 2 letters for preposition. Map scale in combat. Scale of combat maps. How about depicting I'm trying to how to put it. So okay, let's dive into it a little bit deeper. Let's look at this. Map scale in combat. So combat can be conducted at the 550 and 5-foot scale simultaneously. The illustration here depicts these 3 scales side by side. The 500-foot scale map above is Woof. Okay. Woof. We're supposed to have a significant illustration here. So let's go back. Let's fix all of this because our biggest problem is a massive map. Map scale. Map scale. Map and combat. Maps and combats. Maps and scale. This is why we get paid the big bucks. Maps and scale during combat. Let's see. So, okay. So, combat, the illustration above depicts these three scales side by side. The 500-foot scale map above is 1 mile wide and 2 miles long. Okay, so we're going to need a big illustration here. So how much content do we have here? Oh my god, we got a lot of content. Okay, so we have, like, I could put a big illustration in this big blot that we have here that's not being used currently, but it's in the wrong position. So we're going to have to get to it, which means that we probably have 2 columns from here to here. And then we have full page across here. Cool. Let's do that. I'm going to take that all back. We are going to enter, and then we're going to put our page break here. There we go. Maybe not. Maybe. Cool. Okay. We got our page break. Now, press enter a bunch and shouldn't move that. Cool. So this is a good place. And in that spirit, let's take the rest of this section and let's break it into 2 columns, because this should all fit in a 2-column. Even the siege commander role should fit inside of the 2-column format. Ugh, squadron commander role. Fuck you, buddy. we can create space for that. So let's see how this shakes out. Ship support role, blending roles and scale of combat. Oh, okay, and we're gonna come down to here. And we're going to make another page break. So that weapons and crew are on a separate block of text that we don't have. We can break this thing up into smaller and smaller chunks to be able to make this stuff work. So let's go back up here to the roles and see if these titles sit pretty on the page, and what do we need to do to fix them if they don't. Pilot role. Here's hoping. Siege commander role. Oof, damn. Squadron commander role. Yep, 20-minute block. We got another 2 of these to go before we consider whether we want to drop into illustration or not. Let's see. Almost had it. Fuck all. These titles are ridiculous. I admit that. But that's okay. We can manipulate it. Like I can tear this out separately and have this go across the board here like that. Let's see, blending roles and combat, scale combat. What font size is this? 20. And this is what, 12? 20, that's 16. 14. 16. 16 drops to 12. 12. That's a 14, a rare 14. And 16, communication with squadrons. That's a pretty arbitrary position though. Command checks, it has the same weight. So I could technically drop this down to a 14, this to a 14, this to a 14. These stay at 12. This can drop down to a 14, which means we can take the ship support roll to 16. 16. 14. Yep, take that on 14. It stays at 12. I'm just checking for my spacing to see if I can manipulate this or not. 20 down to 16. Those are all 12s. It's all 12s. Is that a 14? No, this is 16. I can drop to 14. 16 can drop to a 14. 16 can drop to a 14. That's already a 12. Pilot roll can drop to a 16. What is this, a 24? Yeah. Ship rolls. Okay, so we can do that. Nothing inside of this structure breaks that line. Like everything can consistently shift down from the scale it is currently down one notch. Everything would still fit. So that is hopeful. This block is legit. So let's see. Hold on real quick. Right, so we want to take this and we want to drop this down to, let's look at it as a 16-point font instead of 20. That makes that a 14, and that's already a squadrons. That's 14. This could be a 12. This is already a 12, so that folds together. This is a 16. It can drop to a 14. Squadron command options is a 16. We can drop that down to a 14. This will be a 16. 14. Oh, really? That takes that down to... Oof. Let's see. What about mixing? What happens if I do that? Fuck. Characters can share roles during a round of combat. Sharing roles. This should probably be sharing roles, not roles in scale of combat. Sharing, yeah, sharing roles. Wait a second. How about multiple roles? Let's see. playing multiple roles. Is that the right language for that? Playing multiple roles. Acting in multiple roles. That doesn't seem like the right language. Can share roles during a round of combat, allowing all characters to contribute. Encounter at any scale. Furthermore, characters can freely mix actions. There we go. Blending multiple roles. Perfect. Furthermore, characters can freely mix. I love this stuff. It's so fun. What is this, a 12 already? And that takes us down to the ship rolls. No, weapons. And this is, what, a 16? That's a 16, so this has to be the same scale as the ship support roll because it's talking about blending rolls, which has equal weight and value as each individual roll, right? So then this is a 12. 12, no, 14. Squadron command options, taking damage for squadrons. Squadron commander role. Fix that. Commanding squadrons is 14, this is 16. We can always open up with an 18-point font, but we haven't needed to yet. Nowhere else in the document is it required, so I am hesitant to attempt bridging that gap. Commanding siege, weapon, and crew. God, that's just. How about just commanding weapons and crew? There we go. That's a 12 already. This should be a 12. So far, so good. We just drop that down to a 14. Siege commander role drops down to a 16. This is panning out. Damage within an area of effect. Pilot options, that should now be a 14. Taking damage for the ship should be a 14. Making checks and saves stays at 12. Pilot check should now be a 14. And pilot roll becomes 16. Ship rolls. Okay, cool. So let's zoom in a little bit more, just look at how a page sits. Pilot rolls, pilot checks, pilots making checks and saves. Yeah, see, this is an overwhelming. Downshifting the font whenever possible tends to keep the body font from being overwhelmed by the information that's actually on the title. Like if you have too big of a title, it just feels clunky, like if it's right next to each other like this. Let's see. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. We can rebuild this. I'm not gonna bother rebuilding that chart for now, but it's on our radar. And when we rebuild it, I suspect we'll be able to have this content fit. This chart will probably drop down and say, fuck it, let's just do it. So let's go into here. Let's go with the table scraps. Way. Let's see. What does this button do? It's not horrible. No border. So what is this? Bravado 10. I'm going to space these. Verbal, interaction, action, attack. Yeah, that all sits pretty. Open up this chart just a bit more here so we have a little bit more working space. You can see the whole thing in one go. Right? So we want this line here to be Bravado 12. Rule, verbal, interaction, action, attack, action, bonus, and reaction. Is that how we did over here? 10. Oh, wait a second. Let's go. I feel like I missed a point. I think these are 12, right? Bravado 10. All caps. Oh, it's all caps though. That's the difference. Thank you. Right. What? No. The deuce was that? Don't do that, guy. All right. There we go. Go down the line here and fold those. Line here. Fold those. Bravado 10 bold and 80, 80, 80. Okay, cool. More colors. It should be 80. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, cool. We're gonna break this up with some. How do we want to break that up? Interesting. Do we want to? Do we want to break these into sections? How do we want to do that? Do we want to? Siege. Commander. Squadron commander. These I feel like are like instances where I can actually afford to stack these things. Siege. Why are you? Let's make these consistent. full block just to prevent that from being a problem. Now, This feels like the way. So let's try doing this. Insert. It would be like let's try this. Perfect. Doesn't look bad. And we can do here. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Okay. And then we can do here and here, and it breaks again. Let's see how this sits. Should that be? No, I don't think it should be capped, so it helps distinguish it from these. But I do think, I think these are supposed to be centered. Yeah, these are all supposed to be centered. Center. These should stay left aligned. What about these though? How does that? These oscillate between left aligned, right aligned, and center depending on what looks aesthetically pleasing on the table. This opportunity attack, pace, reload, those are drastically different lengths. So I feel like those should stay left aligned. Interesting, huh? Rule, verbal. I could block these in. But I haven't blocked in any of it so far, so I'm not kind of wary to do that, you know? Kind of like this. I don't think I like that. Alright, we got another 20 minutes on this. Let's just keep it up. This should be ranged weapon attack. Oy, which opens this up a lot. To look like that. Do I like this? What about this guy? He got pitched somehow. Opportunity attacks. There we go. Let's just finish this up to see how that looks. Let's undo that malarkey. Let's try this again. I kind of like how this is breaking up. Honestly, I like how it's grouping. That's kind of cool. That be like this? Is this the way? Kind of feels like it, right? If we want to do all this framing, this feels like the way that would be framed, you know? I don't know if I like it though. Alright, well, let's finish the process and see how it looks, and then we can change it. I've got a thought. It's a dangerous pastime, I know. Yeah, I like blocking those off. But it's not consistent with anything else that we've done. What if... Alright, let's try this instead. Let's try this. Let's see what happens here. How does that feel? This way. Do we like that? Do we like that? It's interesting. We don't, Well, let's just grab it as it is right now. Actually, nah, screw you, buddy. That's not gonna fly. I know that's not gonna end up flying. So let's get rid of that. Let's stick with this for now. Copy that. It feels like it's eating up more space than it needs to, you know? What? Yeah. Alright, we did not optimize this. Let's optimize. That should, well, that should at least fit. Why are we hiccuping there? Okay, that's okay. That's why. Woof. We might have to drop that. Shit, we might have to drop that font size down to 10, down to 9. Something I was attempting to avoid. Might not be something we have a choice in though. Oof, woof. That is ugly. that into place. Get that into place. Where are we still hiccuping over here? Blarf. This thing's getting big. Yeah, okay, maybe we can approach this a different way. What if we did it like that instead? Oh, that's a really good point. Let's go with formatting cells, alignment. We should not be wrapping text. That is part of our problem. So why are you still wrapping text, you goob? Format cells. Do not wrap text. That's what I wanted there. I bet this is going to help a lot. Huh, let's see. Yeah, we could stack them this way. Okay, well, this is super lame. I completely fucked up. Let's fix that. Let's go back to where we belong, Loretta. We're supposed to be down here, you goob. But we still had to make that mistake to figure out that it wasn't going to work. So let's take this. Delete. an object. Yeah, so far so good. So what? Fill equals none. Outline none. No, yeah, it's a little hasty. Let's try that. Let's see what happens when we do this. Blech. Let's try that again. Okay, well, we get the space that we need. Okay. And here, we open this up. And then here, this is gonna work out. Okay. Not bad. Span there. Where do we need to create some breathing room? Now that we can. Hey, okay. That's an hour. So we're halfway through our stream for the day, and we're getting to a decent position. Not horrible. And yeah, there's certainly a lot more map. We certainly have a lot more space on the page now. That's cool. Figured that out. Push that down. I'm gonna take this anchor and put it up here at the top of the page. That way I can push that text down without actually moving the chart. can do that. I can take this and cut that. Insert row. Verbal, interaction, action, bonus action, reaction. Pilot. Actions. Commander options. This isn't bad. So let's go with insert a row below, and then insert row below, insert row below, row below. Go to I see what we did here. We want to go to is it table properties? No. Cell, that's what we want. Options. I want to merge those cells. Why aren't you letting me? Table properties. I should be able to merge these. Why am I not? Spacing, insert. I know I can merge these. Why can't I merge these? Table properties. Map text, no. Yeah, see, that's what happened. All right, that's inconsistent. I can make that work though. All right, well that works, so that's good. Insert. Insert. This is the glory of streaming. Look at these page layouts. See, I don't think page layouts is something that people really want to see. I think people like the artwork better. I mean, this is the, you know, making the sausage, but I don't think people really want to see it getting made. I think it's nice to be able to drop in occasionally and do this, but I don't think I'm going to be investing a lot of time on stream doing layouts in general. I think it's just neat to show it a little bit, but I think I'll have to get out of it sometimes. So I'm going to finish this chart. That's for sure. How are we doing today? We still have like 50 minutes. So I'm going to finish this chart. And then we'll probably start moving on from there. So let's go with pilot. Let's just go with pilot options. And let's merge these cells. Format cells equals merge. And honestly, this entire format cells, none of these should have wrap text. Dunzo. There we go. Go with Siege Commander options. Okay, so that's going to work. Do we want to open? It feels a little crowded, so I feel like I want to open up some space here. Insert. 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 Let's try this. It's really interesting. Okay. Let's go with gotta merge that whole line. That's fascinating. It's interesting how that works. More cells. Yeah, I don't know if this is a good idea. I just know this is the idea that we're going with for now. Boom. All right, let's try that again. Maybe fifth time's a charm. Maybe, baby. That feels right. Here. Fixes that. I think those are okay. See. Oh, yeah, that's off. Options, siege commander options, squadron commander options, support options. I feel like these should be bigger. Let's go back up to that is cool. That is 12. What about this? It's okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's 12. So we have that consistency here. We got a total of 12. That's cool. Is this 12? Good. Do we need that anywhere else so far? No. How about this? Is this 12? Should be. Nice. Okay, so we're getting that consistent language here throughout all the documents, the different types of formatting that we're doing. So far it's working out. Disaster can strike at any time, so we have to be wary. So another sip of coffee to keep our head on straight. Yeah. Is this centered? Table properties. Yeah. Okay. vessels, craft. Okay, that's nice. I have to fix that chart. This, I think, might work out. Hey, Hornetico. It's good to see you, my man. Thanks for being here. We are manipulating chart sizes here inside of our object space to see if we can make this thing make sense. So far, so good. So what, my man? Trying to make this thing fit proper. Take that to there. So we have more space on the page than we need for the chart. So I'm thinking, can we open up space on the chart to give it a little bit more breathing room, so it doesn't feel cramped, you know? And then we get to figure out, you know, how do I want to have stuff sitting like this row here. I probably want to like left align, you know. Let's go with table properties, cell, row. No, column. Oh, West Thinker. Got a lot of projects to work on. You know how it is. Hell yeah, I do. A little dual focus right now, so it's okay, man. It's just I'm just grinding through this thing anyway. Hey, let's keep that going. Let's look at the cell specifically. Options. I'm not sure why I'm not getting options here to... There we go. Like, if it doesn't have an option, should I leave it blank? Does that feel right? Like, there are no verbal actions, so I just leave that blank. Now I got this like blank spot here. Should I clear that out? See, that looks goofy. I don't think that's right. Because then, like, what do I do about that? So that doesn't work. Got to keep that there. But now we have this gap. So we got to leave that in there. This is why we get paid the big bucks, my man. Yeah, and I don't like how any of that is sitting, so I'm gonna push that to there. Let's just take the whole damn thing. Maybe I don't. Row property. I think I can manipulate the row specifically. Table properties, row. That looks pretty good. We can do that. That's looking good. Gotta get that out to the edge there. So it's the same point. That's good. Then that's at the same point, which means this needs to expand out now too, which gives me even more room. That's great, actually, because I want more room. It feels crowded. That is on point. Cool. Okay, so that sits pretty. Do that. Let's go up to another table again and see how. Yeah, we're not bolding over here, are we? Yeah, I don't think I should. It's not like it's a title. Well, it kind of is, but that's not the point. Here. Duh. The elite. We could, oh, that's a point. We could do this instead, here. That's a better idea. ROLE. Primary duties. moving to ship and commanding siege crews to attack with ranged siege weapons, commanding allied ships to move and attack. Let's see. Assisting pilots and commanders. That feels pretty good. Do we want to do that? Do we want to put in that line weight? Where else do we have in the document already where we have the, I don't even know, striated? Is that what that word is? The striated shading? Is that something consistently we have across the document at this point already? Or do we break that somewhere? Nope, we are consistently striating. Let's define that. I'm not sure if I'm using that word correctly. Define striated. Marked with long, thin parallel streaks. Stria. Oh, it's literally what striated means. Literally what that means. Nice. Well done, Kearney. You know your English. Okay, so let's see what happens. Beep, 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 beep. Ever since I put in that this background image, right? See, check this out. You can, as I'm zooming through here, maybe you can catch sight of it. Like the, nah, it's not showing up. There's a grid, and the grid doesn't show up anymore now that I have an image in the background. I have to get rid of the background to make the grid show back up, and I think I want to do that. So. This book is so good, man. I am so excited about this book. Holy crap. All right, let's get rid of that. Let's get that anchor back up here in the corner. Let's push that down. Push that down. Right along the edge. It's not bad. Come on, turkey. Perfect. There we go. Okay, cool. Let's grab another object. Fill? No fill. No fill. Let's go with outline. Let's get ourselves an outline. Real quick. I'm really looking forward to Monday lunch stream. That fighter subclass we built for martial powers, that guy is sick. I'm really looking forward to implementing that. Oh, great, that's right. Now we have here. Let's get this thing proper. Why are you doing that, bro? Where are you anchored? There it is. Let's get that anchor up and out of the way. Chart here, get that up just a bit. Options. Now I can get rid of the asterisk there. Just make it look better. Yep. Palette roll. Oof, woof. What are you doing? Yeah, I don't know what just happened here. Why are you spinning on me, dude? I didn't do anything weird. Fuck. Can I just crash my dog? I don't know what's going on with my document. It seems to be lost. This is really bad. I'm gonna save that real quick. Watermark. Crap. I just lost all my work. This might take several minutes. Oh, there we go. Holy crap, that sucked. Welcome back, stupid. Oh, boy, oh boy. That really sucks. Did we lose everything? I don't know what happened. Like, I have no idea what just happened. Ugh. All right, let's see. Let's go to vehicles. Fuck, I can't believe that just happened. Spelljammer.
I'm gonna have to find out why that happened. I might not ever know why that just happened. Let's see if I can recover. Let's see. Wow, that was really ugly. I think I have a recovery file somewhere. I'm not sure how to do that. Oh, that sucks. All right. Well, I guess we start over. Wow, that really sucked. All right, we'll go to File, Save As, Browse. Go to 29, Combat. All right, back at it. Mistakes were made, apparently. Let's see. That sucked. That sucked. I can't believe that just crashed. How lame. Let's go to layout, break, page break. Huh. Give me a second here. Let's go back. Here, moving that, moving that. Hold on. All right, last 20 minutes. Let's see. So we're here. Okay, so we're inside a document, we're flipping through it, clicking on that, we're clicking there, clicking, clicking. What are you doing? Oh, interesting. Oh, I tried to move two objects at the same time. That's what made it go brain dead. God. Thank you. Jeez. That's a horrible lesson to learn, but hopefully we only ever have to learn it once. So that is fantastic. Let's get back after this. Meerp. Interesting that happened. So, we're better off for it. We'll learn. Here, and then where did I usually go? There we go. That's weird. I've never done that before. That's so goofball. What a horrible discovery. Well, luckily we've spent most of the session just pushing grids around, and we've figured out how we want our grid to look. So, I mean, it could have been a lot worse, but it is what it is. So, cheers to us. Let's try that again. This is all going to be okay. No fill and no fill. And no outline. No rage quitting, ever. We push through the problem, we find a solution. There, and God, that's so much. God, that looks so clean. And I love that we found that asterisk solution there. That is so fantastic. I'm really happy about that. Focusing on an orrery. Let's save this real quick before something horrible happens to us. Good. Blah, blah, blah. Leave that table. We can push this down. Oh, this is great. There, and let's try this again. So 12. 12. 12. And get rid of those asterisks. I don't know if these will hold. We might have to manipulate that again. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's right. And we wanted to I'm going to left align the entire stack. Like that. It does look pretty good. All right, cool. Now let's go down here. How are we sitting on our time? We got about 10 minutes left, so let's see if we can get this fixed and be done for the day. And then we'll be back on Monday morning, and we'll continue with the artwork for building this thing out. Grab this. Open a little bit. See if that's lining up on the edge. Perfect. Oof, man, it actually sits really nicely. This will be pretty pretty when it's done. Earth. Clear that out of the way for the time being. first place we need to fix is here. Nice. It does sit nice. Wow. This is really nice. Take command, move squadron. Ready attack. That's not ready. That should be ready action, right? Ready action for the siege command. For the siege commander's ready attack. So yeah, ready attack and then ready. That should be ready action, isn't it? Ready action. There. Scan, help focus, ready, attack. Then should be able to bring that in. Nice. Attack. Move squadron. Open this up. Ship melee attack. Ooh, this is working out. How pretty that is. So open this up. This bonus action here for help focus. That's all sitting. Pretty. And nice. Let's make sure this is. I love that guideline. So great. Set down the line. There it is. Yep. Right in bounds here. Nice. That lines up damn near perfect. Perfect. Nice. Now, is there any crowding we can resolve? Since we have a little space open on our budget to push some text around. Like, there's a lot of gap there, but not so much there. So maybe we wanna open up this space just a touch. We'll save that so we don't lose it. And nice. Okay, cool. So this is looking pretty good. And then we got the pilot roll. So now we can fold. We can fix these things. Roll primary duties. This is called duty. There we go. There. Fuck, that is pretty. All right, cool. Now let's just reduce things like we did. 18, and then I'll probably finish out our day. 16, this goes to 14. This goes to 14. It's already 12. This goes to 14. This goes to 14. Command check, good. Taking damage. Squadron commander roll, that goes to 16. Commanding squadrons, that goes to 14. Communicating with squadrons goes to 14. It's already at 14, so that's cool. That could go to 12. This is a subsection of commanding the squadrons. You have to communicate with them, and you need command checks. Command check is already at 12. Taking damage for the squadron drops down to 12. No. 14. Squadron. Command options goes down to 14. Is that what we're supposed to be at? Command options is 14. Where are we at with here? Pilot options equals 14. Cool. 2. 16. 12. Taking damage is 14. Squadron command options is 14. Take the ship support roll. 16. Support options to 14. Supporting class features is already at 12. We figured out the names of all that stuff and we lost it. Oh, I've still got it on the video. I can go back and reference the video and see what we had changed those titles to. So that's perfect. 16. Sharing command of a 12. And then we'll do a page break. Weapons and crew will be its own page section. Now we can go back into here and we can drop these into 2-column format. Check. Pilot check fits perfectly on the page space we have available. That's fantastic. Pilot checks and saves. Taking damage. Taking siege damage. Pilot options are sitting nicely. Commanding weapons and crew. We are almost done for the day. Oh, and we can push this one over. We're just trying to make sure that all the text fits on the page, like in little blocks. And once we have that sussed out, we can see where on the page those blocks should sit. So, hey, Colorfly. This is like this is D&D. We are building a supplement called Spelljammer Combat and Exploration. It is a 97-page document. It's 48,000 words. It'll publish on the DMsGuild when it's done. In the description down below is a slew of other books that I've already built for Dungeons and Dragons. They're all 100% free previews, so you can look through all of them and see if you like what it is, if you're into that kind of stuff. I'm pretty new to you. Hey, right on, man. Well, we've done a shitload of figurines for this, so we'll have all the Spelljammer tokens and all the Layas Araxis maps and assets in a zip file. When you grab this book, you can just download it and you'll get all the zip file that goes with it. But right now we're doing the page layout. If you check some of my previous streams, like the recent streams, we do layouts and we do the art on the pages in Photoshop. So right now we're breaking down the next block of text. We did page 1 through 9 recently, and now we're doing 1 through 10, and we did rough images for that, and now we're doing 11 through 21 for the ship rules and the basic combat scaling map mechanics that we have for the Spelljammer system that we built. If you go all the way back to the first episode of the Spelljammer playlist that I have on my channel here, you'll see how we use different scales to be able to have 5e round by round combat like you're used to in a dungeon, using spaceships or spelljamming ships at the 5 foot, 50 foot, 500 foot, 1 mile, and larger scales, all using the same action economy that you see us manipulating here. And then we have a list down here of like what these actions are. So, and when we finish the book, we'll be able to do a walkthrough page by page what it is, but we also talk about stuff that's on the page when we do the artwork for that page. So right now we're just trying to break up the text so it sits cozy on each page by itself. And like if I have like any weird funky breaks on the page, like I need to push the text in, which also helps naturally free up space in the document for us to drop like a doodle. Like I can put a small image here if I needed to or whatever. But I could just like push all this text down the next page and just leave this block open down here for a large illustration. I can also like push the text down here and create a large space on the page here. So I do this, I do artwork every morning for about 2 hours, Monday through Friday. I do stuff like this or other design work on Saturday. Lunchtime on Monday, I have the martial powers system for the ultimate spellcasting system for martial characters. And then on Monday, here's an example. And then on Monday nights, I stream cartography for Eberron adventure that I've been developing. So we got a lot on our plate to play around with. I can like push this down to here. I'm just wrapping up. So if you want to see what we got going on, seriously, I would really appreciate like, subscribe, hit the bell. I've got 143 supporters so far. I need 1,000 to get monetized. I need 4,000 hours of watched content. So check out some of the other stuff. But I'm on a lot, and there's a lot of stuff here that we can play with. Oh, that's so, see all this stuff. I have to blending ship rules. There. God, that all just fits. See how all these blocks fit? And now when we come back, we can break all this down into creating more space. Like, where do we want illustrations? Then we can just like create holes. Like if I want an illustration here, I can just break down the space here, right? There, that still fits on the page. I can create this large break, so I can just drop an illustration in here. And then we'll take this page, we'll drop it into Photoshop, and then we'll paint it. Like I built this cover like around episode 15 of the playlist. So, but that's it for the day. I got stuff to do with my gal, so I am going to take off. I will be back on Monday morning. We're gonna hit save so we don't screw up all this stuff down here is like all the hyperlinks we need to make the different sections where we're referencing. Go to this section to see more about this and more about this. But and then you can pan out here real quick. Yeah, there we go. And you can see just how much content we have about how to like maneuver around in space, fight, all the bits. And we have a 25-page conversion manual for Light of Zaraxis using these mechanics in the Light of Zaraxis. So if you want to use this supplement and then you want to play Light of Zaraxis using this supplement, here's all the breakdown of how ships are changed and like distance and scaling and the challenges and all the maps and all the tokens and all that stuff. So anyway, I got to go for the day. I will be back Monday morning. So I am thrilled to continue taking steps with this, and I hope to see you guys along the way. So that's it for now. See you guys on the other side. Cheers.